I'm not as articulate as the rest of the people before me. I'm just a regular Joe worker, and I'm here just because I want to help not just clear up what happened, but also try to come up with some solutions in the future, so I never see you guys again. Okay, I'm going to go with what I wrote. I am a diabetic who lost 2 toes last year in 2022, and 1 previous the year before. On November 4th, my home health nurse was treating an open wound where my right toe had been because of a recent amputation. She noticed that the toe next to it got infected and called my podiatrist. She told me to admit myself into the emergency room as soon as possible. On the way to the emergency room, I stopped at Luzerne County Election Bureau to cast an absentee voted. I was supposed to show up at the polls. I did not know how long I was going to be in the hospital, and since I believe voting is one of the most important things an American citizen can do, I wanted to make sure my voice was heard. When I got to the Bureau of Elections, I explained what was going on and asked to submit an emergency ballot. I was given one and filled it out immediately. After filling it out, the person put it in a manila security envelope, sealed it in front of me, and I asked if there was anything else I needed to do. She answered no, and then she proceeded to take the ballot to the back, and I left for the hospital. I went to the hospital and was admitted. I stayed until Monday when they amputated my toe and was released the same day. On November 8th, not feeling confident nor trusting the Luzerne County Bureau of Elections because of their past history nor their staffing, I went to my polling place to confirm my vote was submitted and counted. I also believe that they do not hire the best person for the job at the Bureau, but they hire their friends and or people with the same party affiliations and party agenda. I also believe that I have a proof that this occurs. After the last recent hiring, I filed the right to know for the applications that apply for the position of Deputy Director of Elections. I wanted to see if Luzerne County hired the best applicant for the job. Luzerne County denied my request, so I appealed to the state. I won the applications. It shows the best person, I believe it shows the best person was passed over for a connected elected official. Back to November 8th. When I got to my polling place, I explained I voted on the 4th and asked if they could check to see if my vote was counted. They checked, and they said that it was not, and they could not even find me on the voter list. Then they called the Bureau of Elections by cell phone to see what they should do. The Bureau said I was inactive and could not vote. I said, that's impossible. I voted in the last election here at this precinct. That actually, you guys questioned my signature. I normally write a doctor's signature, but this time I had to write the full signature. They stayed on the phone and reiterated what I said. I then overheard the woman from the Bureau call out to another asking about me. She then said over the phone that they had me at 2 different addresses and found me. They said they have no record of me voting on that previous Friday, so to do a provisional. I questioned that. I said, isn't that illegal? I'm not supposed to or cannot vote twice. They assured me at that time I would not get in trouble and they would find out if I voted twice because only one of the votes would count. So I filled out the provisional and I left for that day. Basically, I'm here just to give that testimony. I think that's why, excuse my language, it's a shit show at Luzerne County Bureau. It's because they don't hire, they don't recruit right, they don't train right, and they have no management skills. They have people with good intentions, but they just don't have great leadership. I also have addressed the council, which is, again, 10-1 Republican to Democrat, to see if they could announce and just apologize to the public, not an apology of guilt, but just of empathy. I also went to the county manager, asked the same. I went to the department head, asked the same. I also went to the Bureau of Elections and asked the same. All we want is an apology. We want the affirmation that elections moving forward will be held responsible and our vote counts. And I think they should announce that on the newspaper, let people know that if you were disenfranchised, come back, vote. We want everybody's vote to be heard. And I know that Mr. Morelli said that it is 10-1 council. But in the Bureau of Elections, it's the opposite. There's only one Republican, and everybody at the Bureau of Elections is all Democrat. So the people that made the mistake and had the power wasn't the council. They have no purview. The people at the board are the responsible people. Also, the board is a 3-2 Democrat, and they're more concerned, and all the meetings before that, they were more interested in drop boxes than making sure there was policies, procedures, inventory. I have an inventory on my things. God, you walk into a closet, if you see there's no paper, order the damn paper. I mean, a moron could do that. So basically, I think there's just horrible management, horrible training, horrible recruitment. And if you want to change the elections in Luzerne County, you need to fix that.